So I think there needs to be accountability of when to actually say this is not for me, and I know it's not for me, so I'm not even going to waste my time and entertain or, um, you know, um, what is it? Lead them on, And I think a lot of women, because we do hold such of a power, I think a lot of women try to manipulate men instead of just keeping it moving. They try to manipulate men. They try to see as much as they can get out of a man before they then, hand him back to the street. Now this man is destroyed because you don't know what you want to do with your life, or you don't know how you want to feel towards him. So it's definitely accountability that needs to be taken. But I think a lot of times women just stay too long, and then they get to year 10 and they like, I knew in year 2 that we wasn't right for each other. I knew that he wasn't the one for me, but I stayed too long.
Is this true about the accountability women should start taking during dating? Yeah, I thought I had the video queued up. Let me go ahead and put this in there real quick.
Mr. Lego like a kneecap.
Hearing the way y'all talk about us, ladies, I do. Y'all say we not. Y'all say we not smart. Y'all say we not smooth. So how do these that's not smart, not smooth, not keep finessing you? How? If it's not you, how do that's not smart? How do that don't got, don't do, don't give you? How they keep getting over on you? Who is it? If it's not smart, if we got no game, if we don't know how to cheat, who is it? Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm saying y'all not vetting these, bruh. Y'all do invest. You let him tell you he got some plans for you, and you start investing immediately. Y'all don't require no type of evidence for. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was you before you got here? What do you provide yourself? Do you feel safe in your own skin?
Hey,
like, what does that? Y'all don't have none of these answers from nobody, and then y'all come back outside and talk about it's a shortage. Beloved, you never had the answers to the test.
Let's go ahead and dive into it. Is this true about the accountability women should start taking during dating? Go ahead, Casey. I see you like you ready. And then we'll go to Penny.
Man, he had the audience going crazy. I think he was speaking facts. It doesn't make sense that women always end up in relationship with men, but then always saying that there's no men. It's either women that don't go outside saying that there's no men. So how would you know? You don't know. So because you don't go outside and meet, you don't join clubs, you don't meet quality men. Or there's women who meet trash men, like he was saying, that down men, and they're dating them. So what are you attracting? Who are you? You are what you attract. You are what you attach yourself to. A lot of times, or there may be some childhood trauma in there that may be attracting those type of men. So I think he was speaking a lot of facts. I'm interested to know what y'all think.
All right, we'll go to Penny, then Precious.
I think he was telling the truth about saying that there are no good men. Men are not smooth, but yet you get smoothed out your panties, or smoothed into a relationship that's not good for you. But I was just having this conversation with someone earlier about men that come in different ways. I think when you experience a fuck boy before, you think that you know what that looks like until it comes in a different form. And then when it comes in a different form and you think to yourself, you're like, am I tripping off of over my past? Am I carrying on that baggage? Or should I give this person a chance, And I think some women, they do go off of their baggage and they say, okay, I'm tripping off of my baggage, but maybe I should look at this differently. And then they tread that way, and then it becomes fuckboy number 2. So I do think that, some women do need to take accountability for, repeating the same habits. But I can say that some fuckboys come in different shapes and different perspectives, and they look different. And, he might come and he looks responsible and he takes care of his family and he pays his bills and he's still a fuck boy. So I do think women should take accountability, but I do think that there's some fuck boys out there that can give you a run for your money, for sure.
Oh, okay. We'll go to Precious, Trev, then Lady Di.
I saw something once that says we need to teach our daughters how to love and how to stop. I think a lot of times women will, because they don't want to be lonely, not alone, but they don't want to be lonely, they will continue a vicious cycle of being with a guy that they talk about all the time. Girl, let me tell you what he did, and let me tell you how he didn't come home till 3 a.m. I had to cuss him out. And they continue that cycle instead of just stopping it, instead of just saying, I need to leave him alone. I need to walk away. So that's where the accountability needs to come in. It's like, you stayed too long. You knew he wasn't worth anything. You knew that he wasn't right for you or whatever the case may be, but you decided to stay. What you allow will continue. So if you're going to continue to allow it, don't complain about it. Don't say, he's this, he's that, he's this, when you're allowing it. So I think there needs to be accountability of when to actually say, this is not for me, and I know it's not for me, so I'm not even going to waste my time and entertain, or what is it, lead them on. And I think a lot of women, because we do hold such of a power, I think a lot of women try to manipulate men instead of just keeping it moving. They try to manipulate men. They try to see as much as they can get out of a man before they then, hand him back to the street. Now this man is destroyed because you don't know what you want to do with your life, or you don't know how you want to feel towards him. So it's definitely accountability that needs to be taken. But I think a lot of times women just stay too long, and then they get to year 10 and they like, I knew in year 2 that we wasn't right for each other. I knew that he wasn't the one for me, but I stayed too long. And then they don't even want to leave the situation. At that point, it's just like, oh, well, we done got this invested. We done got these assets. We done got these kids. And it's like, but you knew. And I always say, women always know. Women always know. There's never a chance where you can say, oh, well, he's surprised. He changed. No. There are things that we see that we choose to ignore. There are things that we see that we choose to just deal with because we want everybody else to think that we living in this perfect world that we're not. So I think that women do need to start taking more accountability and speaking up and being real with themselves.
All right, we'll go to Trev Smooth with Lady Di and Sweeney.
Yeah, so women generally move according to their feelings, right? And and that's understandable. We know that women are more emotional, but sometimes they look for men that make them feel good in the wrong ways. And what they don't do is pay attention to the men that can make them feel good in the right way. So a lot of things that are physically attractive to them, they might go for that. Or maybe this dude, he's a bad boy, he's exciting. A lot of times women will generally go for that. And the homeboy definitely said my favorite word in there, vetting. They don't take the time to vet. You rush into relationships without properly vetting. You're not taking the time to get to know this person, get to know their personality, see how they react to some of the worst situations, and see how they love you. So people recognize that 80% of men are deemed unattractive to women. So women look over many good men because maybe they didn't have the look they wanted, or they didn't have enough swag, or whatever. But this would be good, loving men that would have taken care of them, would have appreciated them, would have treated them like a queen, and they'll just skip over it. And a lot of times when these guys come into their manhood, they now a passport bro, or they went to the other side, and they don't want to hear it no more. And they're like, damn, why is he doing that? Why does he only date this type of woman? Why does he only date that type of woman? What's wrong with him? And they don't understand that he's probably been through too much rejection. And after a while, you get frustrated and you don't want to even deal with it anymore. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna just find a different type of woman, and they'll miss out on that because they're not taking the time to look at what's really good, what's really important a lot of times. And females do realize that a lot more when they are older. And in retrospect, they realize, hey, you know what? I passed over him, but he was actually cool. He was actually like, he really cared about me. This dude that I got right now, man, he got the look, he got the swag, but he don't care about me. He out here cheating. He doing all types of nonsense. He don't care what's going on. He can't keep a job, you know, and that's what we run into. And you'd be surprised. Right now, I'm seeing a whole bunch of videos about women talking to dudes in jail, and I'm like, that got serious bids. I'm like, come on, why are you entertaining men that can't do anything for you? Because women, it's no denying that they have opportunities with men. It's what you do with it. Don't squander your youth. When you are at your highest market value, then you probably want to search for a man that you can keep for a long time and stop looking over him.